Alright, don't say yes sir or no sir. When I ask question only then reply. Otherwise keep your mics on mute only. Can you see this? In NCERT there was a statement given, right? Plasma is a straw colored fluid. This is how straw color looks like. Many people had a doubt what is straw color and all, they used to come and ask. So this is what straw color looks like. Okay, straw colored fluid. And the 45% is what? 45% is formed element. Remaining 45% is formed elements. In these formed elements, which cell is more in number? Tell me.
Erythrocytes.
Erythrocytes or red blood cells. Can you see, students, here? Among this 45%, white blood cells and platelets are very less. Na? This dark yellow color, because they are not red in color, right? The red part is more. Is it visible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
RBCs are more in number. See, these are the RBCs. Can you see in the blood also here? There are many RBCs. This is RBC, this is RBC, this is RBC, this is also RBC. Okay. What is the number of RBCs? Tell me.
5.5 million.
5 to 5.5 million.
4.5
to 5
per millimeter cube. Per millimeter
Okay.
cube.
Million per millimeter cube, isn't it? And then you have WBCs also.
6 to 8,000.
Yes, very good. 6,000 to 8,000 per millimeter cube. Okay, different types of WBCs we will see. Okay, here can you see the large WBCs over here, which are having nucleus? Remember, out of all the types of blood cells, red blood cells, do they have nucleus?
No,
Only
sir.
matured will have.
Matured will not have.
Immature will
Not have. During the maturity, they lose. Okay. This is hemoglobin in the RBC. That the part that you see is nothing but the hemoglobin, not the nucleus. Okay. WBC is only having the nucleus. Platelet also does not. Platelets see this pink color structures, dark pink color structures when they don't have nucleus. Platelet, if you take
1,50,000 to 3 lakh.
1.5 to 3.5. Okay. So things are you're well versed. See, this is you take a blood smear, it looks like this. This is the actual thing. That was like diagrammatic representation. When you take a blood test and blood testing is done, and if you observe it under microscope, you can see things like this. AIMS 3 people, you have already watched this. Just
Yes, sir.
keep quiet, wait and listen. Okay, so these are the WBCs, and see, many cells are what? Red blood cells. Okay, and platelets, see, very few here, see, platelets. Now, these are the developing blood cells. Megakaryocyte. What is megakaryocyte?
Mother blood.
Platelets of dissociation.
Megakaryocytes, they break. See, megakaryocyte has a nucleus. This will break within the bone marrow. These megakaryocytes, they break and they give rise to what? They give rise to blood. Thrombocytes or blood. Very good. Very good. Okay, see, this is the nucleus of megakaryocyte, and then it breaks and forms blood platelets. I hope everything is clear related to blood now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, someone was asking something. Someone had some doubt? No? Okay. Next, the proteins present in the blood plasma are produced where? They are produced in the liver. Okay. Most of the proteins that are present in the blood plasma. What are the different types of proteins present in the blood plasma? We know we have albumin. Okay.
Globulin.
Albumin. Okay. Globulin are. Okay. as well as you have fibrinogen and all, okay, blood clot are also present, right? So if you take this, albumin, it helps in maintaining the osmolarity. Okay. If you take globulins, they help in immune response. Okay, because globulins can form immunoglobulin, and that immunoglobulin will help in immune response. So the formation of antibodies, which helps in the immune response. Okay, and then if you see fibrinogen and various other blood clotting proteins are also present in the blood plasma. Okay, and then if you see about the RBCs, we know what is the function of RBC in respiratory system. It is
Transport oxygen.
transport of gases. Transport of. We'll do one thing. Whenever you need answer, you raise. Don't directly answer. You raise hand. I will ask you to unmute. Then you answer, because when you are giving a chorus answer, it is becoming very much messy. Okay. Now see, these are the different types of WBCs. In WBCs, which WBC is highest in number?
Neutrophils.
Neutrophils. Okay, neutrophils, if you see, look over here, they have given around 60 to 70%. Okay, neutrophils highest around 60 to 70%. Roughly, we can take 65%. Lymphocytes, how many? 20 to 25%. Okay, then monocyte, if you take, it is around 6 to 8%, or 2 to 10 also we can say, 2 to 10%. Okay, then eosinophils,
2 to 3%.
2 to 3.
2 to 3%, and basophils
0.5 to 1%.
0.5% or less than 1%, you can say. Okay, now in these two different types of cells, see eosinophils, basophils, and neutrophils. In these three, can you see small dotted structures? See,
Yes, sir.
eosinophils is also having
Granules.
granules. Okay, basophil is also having granules. Neutrophils is also having granules. Okay, but is my voice audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it has it decreased or it is the same?
Same.
Same, no? Okay, I'm reducing your voice because the speaker, a lot of noise is coming out. Can you see any granular structure in lymphocytes?
No.
No, sir.
In monocytes? This is the amoeboid shape. These are not granules. Don't mistake it to be granules. Okay, these are the extensions of the body. Okay, so in monocytes as well as in lymphocytes, granules are absent. So these are called as what?
Granular.
And I told you, na, remember with one shortcut, never let monkey eat banana. Okay, this is the decreasing order, we can say, or from BEMLN. This is the increasing order. Highest is neutrophil, lowest is basophil. Okay, now tell me, out of all these different types of WBCs, which WBC show phagocytosis?
Neutrophils and monocytes.
Neutrophils, phagocytosis. Monocytes develop into macrophage. If they develop into macrophage, remove debris after infection. These are also phagocytic. Got it? And see the nucleus shape of eosinophil? Bilobed nucleus, right? Basophil, see, trilobed nucleus. Neutrophil, multi-lobed nucleus. And lymphocyte nucleus is circular. Okay, monocyte nucleus you are unable to see. It is generally bean shaped. Okay, and lymphocyte It gives rise to what? There are various types of lymphocytes. See, B cells, T cells, natural killer cells. These all we discussed in human health and disease, if you can recall.
Yes, sir.
B cells produce what? B cells produce
Antibodies.
antibodies. Okay. T cells, they also help in cell-mediated immunity. This help in cell-mediated immunity, and this help in antibody-mediated immunity.
Humoral immunity.
Yes, very good. Humoral immunity. Okay. I hope everything is clear about the WBCs now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then talking about the platelet, directly we can see the function of the platelet. I'll play one video where you can see how the platelets, they help in coagulation.
Cell fragments called platelets or thrombocytes make up about 2% of blood. Platelets stop blood loss from damaged vessels. When a blood vessel tears, platelets at the site adhere to the wall of the vessel to close the tear. The shape of the platelets changes as they liberate the contents of their vesicles. This enables them to connect to one another. Platelets also release chemicals that activate the coagulation system to promote
When there was
blood
a tear in the blood vessel,
proteins
what
known as
happened?
clotting factors
Platelets
form fibrin
stuck over
threads.
there and see this
Millions of
fiber network.
platelets
Can you see this
together with the
network type of
fibrin
thing?
threads form a platelet plug. If the tear is small enough, the plug can stop blood loss completely.
Did you see, students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You saw how there was a when there was a damage, how the platelets came and got stuck over there, and then they formed the fibrin mesh. Okay, and slowly it got healed. So, what is the major function of platelet? Tell me.
Coagulation.
Coagulation.
It helps in blood clotting.
Regulation
Okay.
of blood.
So if it is helping in blood clotting, it will prevent the loss of blood. Okay, loss of
Coagulation of
blood. Okay, by coagulation of blood. Right. Now, talking about the human circulatory system. Okay, human circulatory system, it consists of heart. Okay, so heart, if you see first about the location of the heart, see, this is the human heart. What is the size of human heart?
Fist.
About a cleansed fist.
So these are the lungs, huh? Right lung, and this is the left lung, two lobes of the left lung. So what we'll do is, we'll do some magic. We'll hide the lungs. Okay, now see, from the lungs, the arteries and veins were coming out and going in, right? Okay, so this is the heart. So heart is present in a space called as mediastinum. Okay, and can you see the covering? Heart, see, it is covered in a sac-like structure. Can you see that? It is covered by the sac-like structure. What is the sac called?
Pericardium.
Pericardium.
Arey, if once you say I can hear, man, don't shout. Don't shout. Otherwise, I will have to switch off the speakers so that I don't get hearing problems. Huh? So this is the pericardium. See, on the all the sides it is covered now. Can you see that?
Yes.
And this is the diaphragm. See, it is present on the diaphragm. People who are unable to recall, you just see on the right, left hand side, left corner. Can you see the name appearing over there? Okay, this is diaphragm. Okay, the highlighted part is diaphragm. Now this is the pericardium. Let us remove the pericardium. When you remove the pericardium, can you see the heart now?
Yes.
Yeah. So heart, if you see, the upper part is broad and it is called as base. The lower part is narrow. It is called as the apex. And if you see this human heart, can you see some blood vessels going to the wall of the heart also? Red color and blue color blood vessels. Can you see that? So this one, wait. These blood vessels, see? The ones that I have highlighted. See on the wall, on blue color wall, can you see red and blue color now?
Yes, sir.
Here also. Here also.
Yes,
Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are the blood vessels that supply blood to the vessels of the to the wall of the heart itself. Let me hide off these unnecessary veins and arteries first. This was from the now it is more clear now.
Yes, sir.
Can you see this right side of the heart? The right side of the heart, it is having deoxygenated blood or oxygenated blood? Deoxygenated blood will be present in the right portion of the heart. In the left portion of the heart, there will be oxygenated blood. So most of the unwanted things we have hidden it. So now this is the clear picture of the heart. See, this is the right atrium. Okay, and this is the right ventricle. This over here, if you see left atrium, and this is the left ventricle part. Okay, and into the right atrium, which blood vessel open? Tell me. See, this is the superior vena cava. This is the upper part. This is lower part. Okay, lower part of the superior vena cava, and this is the inferior vena cava. Takes blood from bottom. Okay, and this is bringing blood from the upper part, right? And if I hide this in, this is the internal structure. Can you see the tricuspid valve?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, this is the tricuspid valve, which is present in the septum. This is the septum part. See. Okay, this is the septum part present between atria and ventricle. Okay. Better I will take another diagram for the heart. For the chambers, heart chambers, this diagram can be taken. Okay, see, ventricles, can you see? Right ventricle, left ventricle. Which ventricle is larger?
Right.
Right.
Right ventricle is larger. Left ventricle is comparatively smaller. Why is it small?
Sir, because the left ventricle, it will have more muscles.
The wall of the left ventricle are
Wall of the left ventricle are thick.
right. Can you see the wall difference in the wall? See this wall, you can see wall. If you take over the left side, it is thin. Right side, it is left side, it is thick. Right side, it is thinner, right? And so these are the tricuspid valve. Okay, these are the chorda tendineae. Remember chorda tendineae we discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and similarly here, see, this is the bicuspid valve and the chorda tendineae of the bicuspid valve. Okay, semilunar valves, can you see here?
Yes,
See,
sir.
this is the pulmonary artery. Opening of pulmonary artery guarded by semilunar valves. How many semilunar valves?
3.
Here they were there.
Three, sir, three.
See, if we remove it, it is the opening. The opening is guarded by valves. Similarly, this is aorta. Can you see the aorta? See, aorta's opening is also guarded by valves. Can you see from bottom?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here. This is the semilunar valve of aorta. If you hide, you can see the ventricle over here, no covering, and if you show, it has come back. And in the left atria, can you see these 4 openings? 2 over here, 2 over this side. These are for what?
Blood.
1, 2, 3, and 4. These are for pulmonary veins. 2 pulmonary veins from right side and 2 pulmonary veins from the left side. They open into the left atria. Okay, and what type of blood do they bring?
Oxygenated.
And that oxygenated blood goes where? It goes into the left atria to left ventricle. And from left ventricle, it is going through what? It is going through the aorta to all the body parts. Okay. So here also you can see the tricuspid valve, the septum part you can see. Okay. This is between the atria and the ventricle. Okay. Now you can clearly see the tricuspid bicuspid valve in the open state. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now about opening and closure of the valve, just see how they are closing and opening. I'll show you one video over here.
The four heart valves control the flow of blood through the heart by opening and closing the heart chambers in a coordinated sequence.
Just look how
The
they
two
are
valves
opening and
located
closing,
between the
tricuspid and
atria and
bicuspid
the
valve.
ventricles are called the tricuspid and mitral valves. These valves facilitate the flow of blood as it
Can you see,
moves
students?
into the ventricles from the atria.
And
The
see
other two
how,
valves are the
semilunar
aortic
valves
and
are opening and
pulmonary
closing
semilunar
when the
valves.
blood is moving.
These valves prevent the backflow of blood into the segment it just exited. Each of the four valves is composed of flaps called leaflets or cusps, which prevent backflow of blood in the wrong direction.
Was it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now related to conducting system we have to see. Na? Look over here. These are the bundle branches. Okay. These are the bundle branches. I'll just highlight this area. So can you see in between this blue colored area, the bundle of His?
Yes, sir.
And this, let us say, Purkinje fibers. See the Purkinje fibers on the left side, and then the Purkinje fiber on the right side. Okay. Then if you see here, can you see the SA node? This
Yes,
part,
sir. SA node.
SA node. Where was it present?
Upper side of
In
right.
the upper side of.
Upper right side. Can you see?
It's present on the upper right side.
Right side of the right atria. And this, let us hide it off so that we see only the conducting pathway. Now we have only the conducting pathway. See, this is the SA node. Here we have the AV node. This is the atrioventricular bundle. From AV node, it enters into the septum. Then this is the left branch, and this is the right branch. And then these are the Purkinje fibers, left and right Purkinje fibers. And this is the internodal pathway. This is the internodal pathway. This is going to the left atria. Okay, so these are the internodal pathway. Okay, now, how the conduction occurs in the form of the electric signals, you can see in this video. Say
The heart's
from SA
conduction
node,
system regulates the
one
electrical
light is coming
impulses
out,
that
right?
make
And
the
it is
heart
spreading
beat.
towards the
An
atria
impulse
also,
begins
and
in
then
a
it is
bundle
going
of
to the
nerve tissue
AV
called
node
the
also.
sinoatrial
And
or
from AV
SA
node, it is
node.
going
The
along the bundle
impulse
of
makes the
His, then
atria
it is going
contract
into the
and
Purkinje
blood
fibers.
empties into the ventricles. Next, the impulse travels to the atrioventricular
Can you
or
see it?
AV node. It passes through the bundle of His, the bundle branches, and the Purkinje fibers. As the impulse reaches the ventricles, it triggers a contraction there, and the heart
See, from
ejects
SA node
blood.
it started, right? So now I'll stop the sharing. So the conduction started from where?
Sinoatrial node.
Sinoatrial node. Okay. And say this sinoatrial node, it has the ability to generate how many impulses? how much it can generate? How much it generates? Tell me. 72 to 75.
72 per
It can
minute.
generate many. It can generate so many. Okay. But how much is it actually generating? It is actually generating around 72 to 75 impulses. Okay. And that reaches AV node. And from AV node, these signals, they go to what? They go to the bundle of His. Okay. And from bundle of His to the Purkinje fibers. Okay. And this SA node, as it is conducting, okay, as it is conducting the impulse and it is beginning the impulse, it is called as a pacemaker. Okay, it is called as the pacemaker. Okay, and AV node is the actual node which is deciding how many impulses are to be sent. Okay, so number of heartbeat is equal to the number of times the AV node shows conduction. Okay, so that makes it as a pace setter. Okay, just keep in mind, pacemaker is SA node, pace setter is AV node. Okay, I hope it's clear.
Yes, sir.
So about the heart and the conducting pathway, have revised, right? Then related to the blood vessels, we'll revise tomorrow, and then we'll start further. I hope you will be covering it off, right?
Yes, sir.
So you start studying. Tomorrow we'll start with the next part of the topic after the blood vessels, what comes, like we'll start with the cardiac cycle, which is very, very important because many questions are asked from that area. Okay. And it is very simple part, very simple and very easy. Right. Over there, understanding is required. Some logical things will be there. Okay. So we'll be seeing cardiac cycle in our tomorrow's class. So before that, you